Hey everybody, Aaron here. Welcome back to another anime review. Today we look at Kakegurui episode 12 and also the whole series because it ended today. So, I do apologize getting this review out so late. It came out like, I think 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago, but I needed to talk about the last episode because honestly, oh boy, this episode really kind of destroyed my love for Kakegurui a little bit. You know, one thing I loved about this show so far is obviously the gambling concept is a cool idea because it plays into this factor of you don't know what's going to happen, you don't know who's going to win. And even though there are some times where you can kind of figure out because, oh, what's, you know, the main character's going to win this, or, you know, the main character may lose this one because it's supposed to happen, it was always kind of something on the edge of your seat because you wanted to see, oh, would it happen like that? Because this show had a few times where it threw curveballs at us, and it was nice when it did that. But this week's episode was an anime original ending because obviously the manga is still going, it still has some time to go, and there have been quite a differences with some of the manga stuff. I've been reading the manga now, and there's a lot of different character concepts that weren't in the anime, so I think that's what they try to do with the anime original ending. You know, like for example, Yumiko's actual sister is never mentioned in the anime, to my knowledge. It's always kind of just blatantly just covered up. They don't talk about her at all. And in the manga, she's a central focus character. She's not like, you know, always there, mind you, but she is a focus of why Yumiko is even in the school in the first place. So it's interesting to see what, you know, how they changed that in the anime. They made it more a different spin to it in general. But here's the thing that really annoyed me about this week's episode is that I was hoping for a more epic finale. We had this whole tarot card thing, which was kind of cool. It played into the luck factor, obviously, and the whole thing was, oh, you know, whoever draws certain numbers from the tarot cards, depending on the number it is, will be the winner. So whoever has the same number, it's essentially that. It was a little weird, but they had 3 players, 3 rounds essentially. They had Yumiko, the president, and they also had Fido, who I forgot his real name, but I almost feel like I should know his real name after the stunt he pulled today because it was kind of cool. But the whole point was that whoever lost the actual game would have to leave the academy. And I'm like, ooh, that's interesting. So the president will leave the academy if she loses, and Yumiko will have to leave if she loses. Okay, I was happy about that. And also Fido was going to actually go with her because of the fact that he even blatantly said how he feels about her. You know, he's like, I want to be with you. So I was like, oh, President Fido, you actually grew a pair of balls at the end of the series. It's pretty coare cool. But no, you know what it ended in? It ended in a draw, of all things. And I was like, what? Is that really how this series is going to end? Is it on a draw? Are you kidding? Like, some people might not have issues with that, but if you think about the retroscape of how this whole show has been doing things so far, it's kind of insulting to end the whole series on a draw. And I'm like, wow, so you ended on nothing being concluded. It just goes back to how everything was going the whole time. We learn apparently the president has a twin sister out there who might be changing the hands of the president's kind of interactions because, you know, she's not doing what she's supposed to be doing because Yumiko obviously didn't lose to her, but also didn't win against her either. You know, it's stupid. It really was. It took all the plot of, you know, the student council being important and kind of just shoved it aside. They apparently dissolved at the end of it. Who cares? It ended with literally them saying, oh, Yumiko's still gambling away. She's still a compulsive gambler like Kakegurui. What? That's really how you're going to end? Like, that really killed the whole momentum for the show, and I dropped a considerable amount of points. But let's talk about the series real fast. Overall, you know, the story was at first very good, and I think for the most part, every single episode has been solid, with a few exceptions here and there. You know, some of the episodes were a little weaker. I think namely just the games were a little weaker at times. But overall, I had really no issue until the end of the series. Animation has been fantastic. I think this is probably one of the nicer things of the season. I love the art, I love the characters, I love how they kind of threw in this almost horror-esque aspect of character design where you have like people staring with their eyes and stuff like that, and just these creepy undertones of like how far humans can go in terms of, you know, what they're willing to wager for their own lives and what money can really do to corrupt the soul. It was cool. That was a very interesting thing, and you could see that in the art, which I think was awesome. The music and OST and voice acting, all of that was wonderful. I had no issues with that. And that's why I'm at this odd fence in my mind, because it's like, do I let one episode ruin the whole show? I really can't do that. I can't. It's not right of me to do that. And I was thinking about this before. That's why I always kind of give myself at least like 5 or 10 minutes after I watch that final episode to think about it first and then review it. That's why I'm going to say if I had to rate Kakegurui between an A and F, I will give it a B-. Very close to a C+. It's very, very close. I've enjoyed Kakegurui a lot, and I think it's a solid show. I'm going to probably have it on as a 7 on Mal because it's like basically there. It's like a 7.99 in my mind, and I don't want to give it a C+ because I think that's kind of insulting. I want to give it a B-. Mal has in my mind always, Mal system is always weird, so I always like give it one score lower, but you know, yeah, this was something. This was something. But let me know what you guys thought about this week's episode, as well as the whole series. I would love to hear from you guys. I apologize, by the way, for being so quiet, but it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I can't be yelling out and stuff like that. I will talk to you guys later. I am uploading this review tonight because I figured to do it, so hopefully you guys still see it. If not, it's not a big deal. I will talk to you guys later. Until I pass across again the next review, God bless you all. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Bye-bye.